Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner MetaZone, Rovi, and MScribe, and today we got another Ordinal Takeover.
Another one.
All right, so let's take a look at this tweet here. Casey, I know you degenerates want runes, but in the meantime, we have modules and subcommands.
That sounds very complicated, dude. But also, we've heard those words before, at least modules, right? From the Unisat organization and such. When Domo, it's like, yeah, we're going to create a modular extension to BRC20s.
What did a Benny call it? Extensions?
Tap extensions, right?
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Is it the same thing? Is that what Casey's talking about here?
I don't know if this is the same thing as that.
Oh, okay.
But he calls it the same.
Right. I think I remember we've been following Casey's tweet line over the last few days. He took notice of something's going on in the air here. I'm seeing a lot of content files and such in these inscriptions, and he's like, where's this coming from? People are saying it's BRC 420s.
Yeah.
Others are saying it's actually CBRC 20s.
Yeah.
So there's confusion in the air. But nonetheless, he's like, okay, you guys seem to implementing
content,
your own stuff.
Yeah.
So let me create, I guess, some sort of new framework to, I guess, maybe make these inscriptions a little more flexible, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But I feel like this is going to come after the 1.0 update.
I wonder how much longer.
Yeah, not sure.
Look at that, but that shit was open in 2019.
Yeah, he said that he's been working on it for a while.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
For what though? This is pre-Ordinals.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is this even about?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Okay.
Yeah, so this guy is a contributor. And then Trevor comes in. This is what peak performance looks like. All right. Moving on.
Okay. All right. So keep an eye out for that. So, but let's talk about Ord 1.0 because there's a lot writing on that, right?
Yeah. So Ord 1.0, that is going to happen at a specific block height. Can't remember the block height number, but it's supposed to be happening on January 5th, roughly.
And that's your, you did some block calculation, right?
Yeah.
And you're all right, the projected date here, because it's very hyper relevant to us because we have a large community kind of waiting on the sideline for NAT deployment, right?
Mm-hmm. Transfers.
If you remember that, a couple of weeks ago, we did a few weeks ago, the whole non-arbitrary token deployment and stuff. Mm-hmm. Been waiting for the indexing from Track, but they're waiting for the official Ord release to kind of get the show started, right?
Yeah, and 1.0 is already released, meaning you can, run it on your Bitcoin Core. It's just that it is activated at a specific block height.
Gotcha.
And so the way that you index stuff changes at that block height.
Okay, yeah, but we've been keeping pretty close tabs with Benny, right? And he's 100% on track, as far as we know.
Correct.
On track, you get it?
Good point.
We're going to keep doing that. It's not even on purpose, dude, but whatever.
That's why he called him track,
guess.
Right?
Right. So everything's on track for a January 5th-ish, depending on, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, it depends on how long it takes to actually mine the blocks.
Correct.
Right. Sometimes we've seen a block take an hour. One block take 1 hour to mine.
Correct. Yeah, it's not.
And some have taken a minute.
Yeah, it's not a flat 10 minutes every time.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, that's important. I mean, right now it's December 28th, in case you didn't know. So that's a week away.
That's right.
So happy New Year's, guys. The next time we're going to have one of these, it'll be a whole fresh new year, And we'll be very close, if not exactly at that Jubilee, moment.
Yeah,
time.
that's right.
So
that's right.
Should be interesting.
All right, so tweet descriptions. Apparently, you can generate tokens off of a tweet, man.
I don't understand how this is working, but I have been seeing this flooding my Twitter.
Yeah.
My Twitter space,
Yeah, you basically scroll on Twitter and you see nothing but this.
Good old Jason, dude.
Yeah,
he's very familiar. Yeah, Jason. He's definitely out there.
He doesn't die like the real Jason.
Which one? Talking about the horror character?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, no, he's more like what's a character that's everywhere?
Everywhere?
God.
That's a good one. He is allegedly everywhere.
Jason is the god of crypto right now. It's spreading to every single chain. Now it's even spreading and permeating to our social tools, right? That's not even really blockchain based, at least not yet. right?
Yeah, so by Cyborg, the moto org community is going crazy and just invented CYRC20, a token protocol for YouTube comments. And how to deploy gives you kind of rundown. And then look at that.
That looks familiar, dude.
Someone is minting tokens based off of comments.
In our comments specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out, I guess, to the Moto team. I'm pretty sure Archimedes is behind this, if not somebody from the old school Oshi squad.
Yeah.
So shout out for using, I guess, our platform as like the beginning canvas of this experiment. It's pretty cool.
And then the second podcast to be used is Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah, see, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. That's quite the comparison.
Did you ever expect to see like us and Joe side by side in any capacity?
No, I do expect us to be on Joe Rogan's show for sure.
Okay.
He's down the street, dude.
He is?
Yeah, he's in Austin.
Okay.
Or Dallas, one of them two.
All right, dude. Do your thing, everybody. let Joe know.
Ping Joe.
If he wants to know about,
He can come on our podcast, dude.
That would be very interesting. I don't know. Imagine him sitting like right there, dude.
It's like, what kind of rodeo are you guys running over here?
Yeah. He's like, you guys want some
actual
DMT?
You guys
You guys are like in make-believe DMT land. Let me show you the real stuff.
Yeah. It's like, you guys actually talk about crypto all day?
Yes, Joe.
Yes.
We actually do. Fucking A, dude.
Yeah. All right, moving on. All right, so extending the Jason, we got a new token protocol. Mint instructions post a minting post-it as a reply to this post. Do your thing, degens.
Okay, so when you were showing me this last night, or we're on, doing our typical thing on Twitter.
Yeah.
We saw this Twitter thing all day and the YouTube comment thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, this feels like the froth levels have like exceeded.
Yeah, you've been calling the froth for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, like it was this whole fungible token, like standard mania, just issue a new variant of a new token generation standard on Bitcoin. And rush to mint the first one. It's like it was a very lively meta for like a month or so.
Yeah, there was phases to this. It's like, hey, I found a new place to put fungible tokens on Bitcoin, like in Bitcoin block data.
Yeah, and some of these are actually valid.
Yeah, these are good use cases, right? They have different trade-offs and stuff.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden, we're getting into like, I guess, tweets.
Yeah, it's like which of these
YouTube comments, now post-its, and also protocol to pee on snow.
Right. That's what I was saying. It's like, okay, once we start seeing like poop smear protocols, it's like I feel like we've seen enough indication, like we're at some sort of weird phase of the market, right?
Yeah, this is like exhaustion.
Right. Yeah, to where like this has almost become comical. And we saw this with NFTs.
Hey, we've been feeling this exhaust for a while though. Like,
right, that's why we're peering into like other stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Because we get it. Coins, you can make coins on Bitcoin. We get the gist, guys. And yeah, JSON is like a very popular format to enable this.
Right.
Right. So I feel like we're there. Right. And look at that. Little Leonidas. Yeah. Good old Leonidas, fucking OG Ordfluencer. He agrees with us now.
Yeah. Says the Ordinals BRC20 markets have been pretty frothy these past couple of weeks, if we're being totally honest. I have no clue when we'll hit a local top, but make no mistake, this type of energy can't last forever. There's nothing wrong with taking a little bit off the top.
Yeah, and if you don't know what a local top means, it doesn't mean like
it's over.
It's all fucking over, dude. Like failed experiment.
Yeah.
It's not what's happening here. We're just simply analyzing like market psychology at a given point in time. Because as you know, if you've been like an active participant in these markets for years, as we have, there's up and down periods during these cycles, right? And there's a lot of different factors that contribute to these up and down periods, right? So one of the very famous ones is it's like a euphoric bubble tops, right? Where things just get out of control. I remember back in 2017 during the ICO madness.
Yeah.
I started to see like things like Katy Perry had like a bunch of altcoin fingernails.
Yeah.
And she's like, whoa, which one do you guys have? I was like, oh God.
It was like Ripple on there.
Yeah. And then you started to see like on World Star Hip Hop, people like bragging about their Ripple bags and stuff like this. Like, okay, this is getting a little frothy. It might be time to kind of like evaluate where we are in the cycle.
Yeah, but that was like the top of the top.
That was the top of the whole cycle, correct. But yeah. So again, that's not what's there's still we haven't even reached happening yet.
Yeah, no.
We haven't deployed runes.
DMT is still
right. I mean, there's still a lot looming on the horizon, but local top just means like, you know, maybe it's time to kind of like pull back a bit and reevaluate and assess.
We're actually looking forward to this point of I guess this phase is so that we can get back into like the real fundamental stuff, right? This stuff here is not fundamental. No. This is just pure entertainment.
Yeah, this is pure euphoria. Everyone's just kind of like, I think they're lost now. A lot of people have made a lot of significant entertainment gains over the last several months. It's like, all right, now what?
Yeah,
the market's lost at the moment, in my opinion. And we enjoy these periods of these pullback periods because it allows the opportunity for like the noise to dampen a bit.
That's right.
And like for the real fundamental value, these real things that have been cooking to kind of like
the signal to amplify.
Stage. Right. Yeah, that's gonna be the next thing that people start memeing about and such.
All right, moving on. Inscribe.space. Enjoy or explore your bitmap in 3D. An early glimpse into the open and dynamic metaverse. Note, this is beta version.
Yeah, so this is a little bit of like a bitmap update for all you guys who are in Ordinals and are just now becoming aware, because we've been attending a lot of Twitter spaces, like, you know,
On-Chain Monkeys, Trevor.
A lot of classic like Ordinal collectors. You're used to collecting PFPs and you missed the bitmap thing. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of you are wondering like, why? How did I miss this? And then like, why is it the #1 Ordinal project? Mm-hmm. Right. So part of this pullback phase is going to be witnessing stuff like this emerge.
Yeah.
Right. People actually building like new technologies on top of bitmap.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. I totally agree. Inscribe.space OG, they've been building since the drop pretty much.
They really have. So, I mean, obviously this is very familiar. This is a Minecraft dude. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's going to be like a whole avatar standard implemented in this. So, yeah, keep an eye out for these types of experiments, right? Like, how are we going to bring like this metaverse ecosystem out of the bitmap, you know?
Yeah. All right. Ords Games, dude, they got a big update. Mm-hmm. It says here, thanks to the fantastic team at Alex Lab, honored to be setting a new record as the inaugural project on Alex's multi-chain launch pad. IDO raffle entry will continue till January 4th, and every ticket has an equal chance of winning the IDO lottery. More tickets, higher chances. IDO mania is happening on Bitcoin, dude.
Yeah, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah.
As like a prediction. It's like, all right,
this is another.
What comes next?
Yeah, this is another part of like the phases of a cycle.
Yeah, it's like what haven't we seen yet that we saw very like ubiquitously present on Ethereum?
Yeah,
IDOs.
Yeah,
and ICOs. I don't think you can get away with ICOs anymore.
No, like you can't raise $50 million anymore on an ICO.
I mean, apparently in some corners of the world, you still can.
Yeah, thank you, Bitcoin cats.
And like Pancake Swap or whatever it's called, Bakery Swap.
Bakery Swap, yeah.
Like those things are still flying over there.
Yeah. But we should move to Asia? Is that the play here?
I don't know. I don't know about all that, dude. But the point is, it's likely we're going to see like an IDO resurgence at some point, and we're starting to see the beginnings of that for sure. And Ords Games, I mean, it's interesting what they're doing. It's a GameFi attempt. And
correct. Yeah. And so these tickets are basically a lottery. So you just buy a ticket, and if you don't win, like if you lose a lottery, you get your Bitcoin back.
Yeah, it's kind of like locking up your Bitcoin for these chance. Like the more Bitcoin you lock up, you're increasing your probability of, I guess, receiving some of these tokens at a predetermined market price.
Right.
Which is interesting in its own right.
Right.
You know, but yeah, this is the first one. It's happening on Stacks and Alex Labs, which is a big deal because, I mean, there's a reason why like a GameFi project, I think, is doing this, because I don't think you could feasibly create like an ecosystem like this outside of Stacks at the moment. Like, because you need some sort of like, you know, smart contract layer. Which,
Well,
yeah.
Alex Labs isn't the only one. We got BasePad.
Yeah.
Another announcement, we're proud to be working on collaboration with a brand new protocol that will be bringing smart contracts to Bitcoin.
Speaking of smart contracts.
This means over-the-counter farming, staking, swapping, automated market makers, and more. This protocol will revolutionize Bitcoin as we know it, and its token will be launching exclusively on BasePad.
So we're going to be having an interview soon with BasePad because this is I believe this is like a TAP ecosystem protocol.
Right.
So if you don't know anything about TAP, it's part of Track. Benny the dev.
That's right.
Implemented this again. Another example of you can't really do things like this without some sort of programmability, functional enablement, right? And that's what TAP is all about. So
Yeah.
it makes sense that these like L1 native launch pads are starting to kind of like come out of TAP.
Right.
So yeah, we'll see. We're gonna talk to these guys and I think evaluate this protocol they're speaking about that wants to bring smart contracts to Bitcoin.
Right.
That's like another potential trend here. It's because I'm seeing ORC 100s. A lot of people want to bring smart contracts to Bitcoin, right? Probably for good reason. It's a big deal. So
Yeah.
probably another sector to keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree. Smart contracts on Bitcoin. That's going to be the new play, dude.
Yeah. Well, is it okay like to have like smart contracts, but in like a very
Primitive sense?
I guess it would be like Ethereum, even though it's like very expensive.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like on a layer 2, right?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't have to be.
No.
But I'd be interested in how they technically achieve smart contracts on Bitcoin on layer 1.
I guess you're going to be the ultimate judge here pretty soon. So this interview should be out on Saturday.
No, in a week from now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a Ghosty Cash coming out on Saturday.
Good point. All right. So keep it tuned. This is next year.
Yeah.
Next year information. So keep an eye open for that BasePad. And I believe the project or protocol they're introducing is called Lambda. So,
yeah. All right. The council makes its return. What's in the middle? ToshiPad is live. And
wow.
All right. We got the entire ecosystem here on
Of what?
BRC20.
BRC20s?
Yeah.
So there's another one here called OrdStarter. Wow. Yeah, this is looking very familiar, dude. This brings me back to like
it's old
last
marketing,
cycle.
Old marketing strategies, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is what we wanted, right? Like an ecosystem
Sure.
to emerge.
Yeah, well, that happened. That escalated quickly.
It really did.
Yeah.
This is what the whole year looks like. A year of starting in March, I guess. So it's like this is like 9 months of happenings captured in one image.
All right. So congrats to ToshiPad. And finally, I thought this was interesting. I saw Casey Ronemer retweet this or quote tweet it or something. It says 2,100 laser-eyed podcasters signed petition condemning inscriptions. It says a petition condemning inscriptions started by a Bitcoin podcaster who opposed JPEGs. He met its goal of 2,100 signatures from other podcasters. The stated goal of the petition is to raise awareness that inscriptions are spam on Bitcoin blockchain. The petition is not binding, but signatories are encouraged to share a link on podcasts. So one of them includes Peter McCormick.
If you don't know who that is, who is that?
He runs a podcast called What Bitcoin Did.
Yeah.
It's one of I think the biggest podcasts for Bitcoin, I guess.
Yeah, they literally, all they do is talk about like Bitcoin, but not even like the interesting stuff like that's happening in Ordinals.
Like Ordinals, yeah. Well, they hate it. They just signed a petition, which I feel like this is like I don't know.
But what does this petition really say? It's just to like.
It says, we urge everyone to be aware that Bitcoin is for buying KYC exchanges and sending it to a ledger or Trezor. That's the point. That's what you do with Bitcoin.
That's the scope of Bitcoin's like value offering.
Yeah, utilization.
We cannot go beyond those bounds.
Yeah, and it
at
says,
all costs.
If Ordinal spammers continue their attack, the global south will be priced out of using.
What
the
does
base
that
layer.
mean? The global south?
Yeah, I guess any third world country.
Wow, that sounds very like
elitist, right?
Sounds weird. Just the way they worded that. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely very odd, very oddish in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is being
this is like on the caliber of like
onion. What's that?
The Onion?
Yeah,
something like that. But it's like when all these like major companies are signing petitions to like for the government to regulate AI. It's like this is very concerning, guys. Like, you need to move fast, act hastily. It's kind of like the same vibe here. It's like I guess whoever this is targeted to, really they're asking like developers to do something about all this, right?
Yeah, I mean, literally, that's what they're asking. It says some going as far as to call for the inscribers to fork off, or for the developers to do something.
Do something.
Yeah.
Help us.
Yeah, that's why, it doesn't matter. It's not, there's nothing anybody can do about it. So
yeah, it's interesting to see like such a,
it's like put effort into like writing all this and doing I guess one of these petitions.
I just can't believe there's 2,100 laser-eyed podcasters, like that many people just sitting around talking about.
Yeah.
Not even the interesting part. I mean, Bitcoin. Okay, let me not like shit on Bitcoin or anything. It's just, to me, it's the non-interesting aspects of Bitcoin. The old narrative of
like the gold, digital gold,
such stuff like that. I mean, it's obviously important, but
I guess and finally, it's over 2,000 other podcasters that nobody has ever heard of.
Okay, so maybe they have like 1 or 2 listeners.
Yeah,
like 2,000 of those. I could see that.
Yeah. If you're not talking about ordinals, then you're talking about something that's extremely boring.
Yeah, they obviously didn't want our endorsement. We did not get the memo.
No, I didn't. We didn't receive the email.
We didn't even get the option to sign off on this potentially. But I think they might have maybe you think they saw our channel, came across it, and like definitely not these guys.
Yeah, they won't sign this.
I wish they did send us just so we could have shown the email or whatever it is. That would have been great. Fucking frame that shit and put it on the wall, dude.
That's right.
That would have been great.
Yeah. Well, that's it for us. I don't know if
that's it for us for 2023, dude.
Is that it?
That's it. As far as Ordinal Takeover. This is the last one.
Oh shit, you're right.
This is the last one of the year.
Yeah. I guess. What do we say in the last moment of the year, dude?
We fucking did it, dude, I guess.
we did something. I don't know if we did it.
We didn't do it. You guys did it.
Yeah.
And we just talked about it. But it's been one hell of a year for sure. So another year of this, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we're going anywhere. So
definitely not.
Lock in for the long haul, lads.
That's right.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. So Happy New Year, everybody. Appreciate you guys for watching. There's gonna be more in 2024. I think 2024 is gonna be exponential. Right? That's accurate.
I think so. Something like that. Exponential on many different fronts.
Yeah.
Or we're just completely wrong and,
we're going to see another Black Swan event.
The maxis actually win.
It's unlikely. I'll take the under on that.
Okay.
All right, guys. I appreciate it. If we miss anything, let us know in the comment section below. Follow us on Twitter, and we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.